What is up, everybody? This is Cody, aka DFS Prodigy, breaking down this upcoming DraftKings NFL Thursday night slate. Before we begin, like my homie, definitely subscribe. It's an interesting slate to say the least. Let me turn on my screen right just a little bit. It's an interesting slate because I don't know. There's a lot of ifs that's going to be happening with this Falcons team. I mean, you'll know how it goes with Bijan. We'll dig into it with the injuries on the Bucks. Games coming in at a 1.5 total or 1.5 spread, 43.5 for the over and under, negative 125 for the Falcons. This Bucks team has been up and down. If we look back at the record so far, they kicked off with a win against the Commanders, a win against the Buccaneers, a loss to the Broncos, and then a bounce back win versus the Eagles. I mean, what is going on here? That Broncos loss is so weird. And the Falcons are 2-2, coming off a win versus the Saints, close win. This is what I'm worried about right here. 8-7. That's troublesome for me. But we're here to dig in. Let's start off with the Tampa Bay side. Mike Evans, I'm expecting him to play. It's been super boomer bust for him. You're either going to get 23, it appears, or you're going to get below 10. Super boomer bust. For me, it's hard to not like him here. But you also have Chris Godwin with the uptick in the price tag at 10,000. 22, 27, 17, 12. I mean, if we look back at the game log, they're down Trey Palmer and Jalen McMillan once again versus the Falcons. This is going to open up some. This is going to be opening up Kate Otten. This is going to be opening up Sterling Shepard. It's going to be condensed targets for Baker Mayfield, which if you look, Evans and Godwin are the top priced options on the slate. So how are you going to fit both of them in? I mean, if you fit both of them in just in the flex, you only have 7-4 left over. And that includes your captain. So it's going to be hard. It's going to be hard. We're going to have to build around with it. Continuing on Tampa Bay, Baker Mayfield's 9-6. I was taking price. Again, super boomer bust at 9-6. I mean, what is this Falcons team? Let's kind of take a look back. So Derek Carr threw for 239 on him. Let's look back on the Chiefs game with Mahomes. Mahomie, 2 for 17 with 2 touchdowns and interception. Let's look back against the Eagles in that close game. 1 interception, 1 touchdown. So is this Falcons team going to get another interception? So because if we look back on the Falcons, let's go back to their defense at 4-4. I know I'm kind of going all over the place. Interception, 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 other than Pitt. So there's a lot of what ifs on this slate. I don't like it. Again, White. I don't know why I messed up saying that. 6'8", 6'8" for White. 10 for 49, no touchdowns. 6 for 17, no touchdowns. 10 for 18, no touchdowns. 15 for 31, no touchdowns. This is not what I was expecting out of Rashid White this season. But you also have Bucky Irving at 6'4" now, who's chipping into the workload as we speak. And he's been in the part of the receiving game as well. At 6'4" and 6'6", what are we doing? Like, or 6'8", 6'4"? I'm tempted to play White in the captain. I'm tempted. I'm so tempted to play him. I mean, everybody's going to be on Bucky Irving. Everybody's going to be on him. It's tempting. It's super tempting to play White in the captain. And what is he in captain? 10-2? Then you have a 7-9 left over, and we'll talk about the lower price options. Oh man. Oh man. So kickers, 5,000 for a kicker. I mean, he's been consistent, 15-10 other than the one against Denver, which that was a down game for the whole entire team. I mean, his longs are 56, 55, 52. I like it. Kate on to 4,000 price tags. I mean, I like the price tag here at 4,000. I know this is a showdown slate, so pricing's a little bit different than the main slates. Um, but I like it. I mean, he's going to see an increased workload. 9 targets, 8 targets. We have two receivers down. I don't mind Kate on here at 4,000. I'm not getting to the Bucks defense. I'm not a guy that plays defenses really. Um, I just think they get overowned and everybody flocks when they see that 10 points at the beginning of the game and think they're taking it on contest. I'm not saying I'm an expert at this whatsoever. I'm not saying I take down millions of contests or make millions of dollars. But everybody seems to think that the defenses, they're already up a leg whenever they see that 10 points. And then it's like, points will be scored, I think, in this game. I think points will be scored. We just got to figure out how. So this is the price tag I want to talk about. 1.6 for Sterling Shepard. 5 targets, 51 yards. I know people are going to bot score watch. His ownership's going to be sky high. Um, but it's well worth it at 1.6. I think it's a misprice. With no Shepard and no, or with no Palmer or no McMillan, they're already ruled out. Shepard's going to get those targets. Shepard's going to get that increased workload as the number 3 receiver on this team. It's going to be mixed with Kate Otten. So I like a lot of this Tampa Bay team. I think you're going to have to pick between Mike Evans and Godwin, and that's the flip of a coin. I can't tell you who the better play is. Um, but we're going to see what we can build at the end. Let's go to Atlanta. This is the price tag. I don't know what to do with a 9.8 for Bijan. I don't know. Like, would I rather pay for Mike Evans and Chris Godwin? Yes. I think the upside's there for him, but again, I can't tell you that upside's not there for Bijan. It's just how is he going to fit into this workload? He needs that touchdown. He needs that TD, like in the Chiefs game. But again, he didn't get it done with the yards. So I don't want to fade him, but it's looking like I might possibly will. Drake London is 8.8. I mean, he's getting you over 10 fantasy points, but again, we need that boom upside at 8.8. 12 targets. 12 targets. Oh man. Kirk Cousins, primetime Kirk Cousins. He's here. I mean, this is the primetime game. We saw that 2-minute drill against Philly. I mean, Darnell Mooney 7-2. It's just a lot of what ifs, and I hate repeating that. Again, what is going on with Kyle Pitts? Is this going to be the game that he shows out? Because if he shows out, I'm not getting much of him at 5.6. But that price tag's cheap. The price tag's cheap for the production. If we can get a TD like we did against week one, Coup at 5.4, 5.4. How much will they go to Caleb on Tampa Bay side? Algier at 4.8. I mean, he's cutting into that workload, 8 for 60. 10 fantasy points. I'll get it done for you at 4.8. Ray McLeod at 3.4. 7 targets last week, 11 fantasy points, 98% of the snaps for 3.4. I'd much rather play him than Koo or Pitts. That's saying a lot. Let's build something. Let's build because we're going to have to figure this out. 10-2 for White. Ray McLeod at 3.4. We have 9-1 left over. 9-1 left over. Oh, man. Oh, man. Say we just get the best of both worlds and play Bucky Irving at 10,000. Then we want Baker. Godwin, Evans, you can make it work, but then ooh, you can make it work. You can build some pretty crazy lineups. Let's try Mike Evans at captain or Chris Godwin at captain. Give me some Ray once again. He's gonna be chalk. Give me Shepard. 10,000 left over. Baker, Bijan, Evans. That might be the it. That might be it. But you're fading. Ooh, you're fading Drake London to Kirk Cousins though. Let's hope primetime Kirk Cousins doesn't show up or Bucky Irving or White show up. You're getting the passing game of Tampa. You're gonna get some of the running game for Falcons. Oh man, there's a lot of different ways that's gonna be in this on this slate that I can't wait to see what takes it down. I hope I'm one of them. I'm sure that's gonna be a split. I can only imagine what the split's gonna be. But we'll try to figure out a way to be unique. Throw some Michael Penix in there. Who knows? What if Prime Tiger Cousins fails? Throw some Penix in there. I'm not doing it, but I'm just saying his time will come. His time will come. But there's some cheap options on this slate. I feel like Tyler Algier is going to burn me somehow, some way. I feel like there's a lot of value that I want to play in Ray and Shepard and Auden and Algier that I don't know how to fit in with these higher priced options. And with Baker, Bijan, Godwin, Evans, it's all about the touchdown variance, of course, on Showdown slates. I hope this video finds you well. Again, always like the video for me. It helps me out a ton. Comment below. Um, let's do who your favorite value is going to be. Y'all tell me who the favorite value on the site is going to be. But thank you all for tuning in. Hope it was a great and safe rest of the day, everybody. Have a good one.